So many buttons to press.
Isn't that life?
Just like pressing buttons till you die.
I mean, all day I have to press buttons, keys on a keyboard.
It's true.
Mouse button. I'm clicking stuff. I'm pressing the mouse button so that I can press a button on the interface of like a computer.
Get back into your spaceship, McMouse. McMouse. Mickey Mouse. Sorry. Anytime I hear the word mouse or Mickey Mouse, I just think Mickey Mouse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course, from New Girl.
Classic. Obviously. If nobody got that, then learn something.
Yeah, do some research.
Yeah.
Know everything that Sam can quote. Really just know New Girl, because that's like a big one.
New Girl's a big one. I would say She's the Man is also a big one.
Yeah.
And like A Cinderella Story and like Mean Girls and like basically anything made in the early 2000s.
I think if you can get She's the Man and New Girl, it's like,
You're basically set.
Yeah, it's like how if you can speak English and like Mandarin Chinese, you can speak to one out of every two people in the entire world.
Yeah, and then also it's like those two movies are basically the Rosetta Stone for everything else that I quote.
Yeah.
It's like, get those and you'll know.
And you'll know Sam.
You'll just know everything else. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. I think that if those two make up your like personality, that's quite nice.
Probably.
I like that we're friends. You sound like someone I'd be friends with.
Well, funny you mention it. We are friends.
Gosh. Well, wouldn't you know it? And I'm Shelby.
And I'm Sam.
And this is the Rom Complex.
Romance ain't gotta be overrated or complicated. The Rom Complex. Welcome, we're glad you made it, but don't be shaded. Rom Complex. It's just the Rom Complex. It's just the Rom Complex.
Best friends forever.
I love that because that's what this movie is ultimately about, but we won't get.
I don't know. I don't know how good friends any of these people are, but yeah, totally.
Listen, let's set the stage. We are talking about the movie Splitsville, came out late last year, 2025, billed as an unromantic comedy. You get it?
Yes.
About like divorce and open relationships and Dakota Johnson giving everything that she gives in her
which is usually
performances.
Nothing. Giving, yes, girl, give us nothing. That's what she's giving.
I'd say she blends right into this character.
I mean, it works. It really does.
It definitely does. I mean, we've gone through it. I'm a fan of Dakota Johnson.
I'm also a fan of Dakota Johnson, but I can also acknowledge that like she gives nothing.
She's not giving. She's not overacting.
She's
at any
literally
time.
giving. Go girl, give us nothing. Like she is. I will cheer for her. I'll be like, hell yeah, let's go, girl, give us nothing. And that's how I feel about Dakota Johnson.
I had a dear friend who said that like she felt that when people told jokes, it was like her duty to like try to be able to respond without laughing at all, you know? And to me, that was so foreign to like,
why? But why?
Well, because it's like, oh, I have to be like deadpan cool, you know, in order to make this joke even funnier for other people. Do you know it? Like this certain type of sarcastic humor where it's like I win by not laughing.
I don't.
I know. Listen.
like
I'm trying to explain it, but it's not what I do. Obviously, because I'm laughing every other word that I say.
Yeah, laughing is so fun. Why would you deny yourself the joy of laughing?
Well, I don't know, but that was like success to her, and to me, I'm like, I think it's like Dakota Johnson is like success is like.
Yeah.
Not giving.
Yeah.
She's like, look how little I can move my like face.
Let's see how less I can give in every performance.
Yes. Okay. So basic idea. This guy, his wife asks him for a divorce and he runs straight into like a complicated love triangle with his best friend and wife who have an open relationship. And that wife, the open relationship wife, is Dakota Johnson.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. Okay, we can go home now. We don't have
No. Of course we can't go home yet.
We don't have to talk about it. Let's get out of here.
But okay, listen.
Yes.
Classic question we love to ask. What is this movie about?
You know what? I actually thought about this before we started. And I was like, you know what this movie's about? I'll tell you what this movie's about. It's about a group of people that fucking hate each other. And they've chosen to marry each other and be titled best friends with each other. But secretly, they all hate each other. And it comes out in their actions.
That's fair. You'll hear, I mean, we might as well not bury the lead. This is one of those movies where I found it suffers a little bit from the problem where, like, you can't really root for any of the characters. Yeah. Like, none of them are likable enough for you or interested. I mean, not that they're not likable or, I mean, no, they're not likable.
They're not likable.
Not that they're not interesting, but, like, none of them have that combo of likable, interesting, you know, like important that or like cool that makes you want to root for them.
Yeah.
So you end up not really having a hero or like someone to connect with or get behind for me in this movie, and that makes it hard to like really enjoy.
Yeah.
Maybe they tried to prepare us for that by calling it an unromantic comedy.
I was just about to say, I think the problem starts there. I think the problem starts at this is an unromantic comedy because in an effort to, oh, this is new. Like, yeah, you've never seen anything like this before. They made characters that fucking suck. Do you know what I mean? Like, they were just like, how can we make this as unromantic as possible? I know, make everyone insufferable so that the people watching don't like anyone and therefore there's no romance.
It is like, we'll get to this because there's parts where the movie is like, or the characters are saying like, oh, that is romantic. I find this romantic. But we have no reason to connect with that at all.
Yeah.
Like, it's not. And so I don't know. If you can't relate to any of the characters, you're going to have a hard time getting a story across that like people enjoy.
Yeah. I mean, I will say I didn't hate this movie.
No, not at all. I think it's quite
I watched
competently made. Yeah.
It's a very competently made movie. That's the perfect word. It is a movie. It's shot well.
Yeah.
There are actors. They do their job.
They certainly do.
And that's it. And it's under 2 hours. So what can a girl really wish for? It's like an hour 45 or something like that.
It is an independent comedy, but like there are insane action sequences in there.
Oh yeah.
Like,
there's
I'm
some
like
fighting.
What
There's like
the
fight
budget
sequences.
They destroy like a whole house. There's a
destroy
car
a whole
accident.
house.
Like,
yeah.
Wild.
I'm going to see what their budget is. I'm already on the IMDb page.
Okay,
Classic
thank you.
me, but I just want to see. So they made, oh God, opening weekend was trash. They made $108,000.
I mean,
the worldwide
I would be
gross
happy
was
to make that
3.4
in a weekend. Okay.
3.4. It doesn't have
What
how
it
much.
cost.
Yeah. Oh, that's annoying. I wish they did because I just want to know. They definitely didn't make their money back. $3 million. That's all they grossed worldwide. Crazy.
Yeah, it must have cost more than that.
Definitely.
Movies cost a lot.
Movies do cost a lot.
Okay, so movie starts out. We've got our first main couple. Carrie is the man.
Yes.
And then he's driving. His wife is a life coach, Ashley. They're singing along to the radio, and then, you know, she gets bored, stops, and she wants to like spice things up. She's trying to get him to spice things up. They're on the way to like a vacation. So she tries to do sex stuff on the road, like, you know, and while that's happening, they witness a car accident that's so bad a woman dies.
Well, they caused the car accident. Or not technically,
Well,
but almost
no.
a little bit. The guy driving was road raging, but he was road raging behind them because Carrie kind of was like, I can't really see, you know, like.
Yeah.
So it's like sort of their fault a little bit. I
They're
give
not
them blame.
uninvolved.
They're not uninvolved. It's not quite their fault, but it's not their fault.
Anyway, woman dies straight up.
Yeah.
So they're like leaving. And anyway, all of this prompts Ashley to kind of come clean and tell Carrie that she wants a divorce and she's been unfaithful to him. She's cheated on him like a bunch. And she's been planning this for a while. She has a whole letter written out. And in the middle of her reading her letter, Carrie runs away.
Literally.
Exits, runs away.
And runs all the way to the cabin they were driving to. Which
does not stop running.
No, he keeps running. Very Forrest Gump of him.
So he just keeps running.
It's just long distance running. Yeah.
He's at the home of his married friends, his best friend Paul's wife Julie, who's Dakota Johnson, and their kid Russ. So Carrie is a teacher and coach at like a private school, and he knows their kid.
Right.
He's around, whatever.
Yeah, they're friends. They're friends.
It's
like a family thing.
Paul is like a character. He's like always talking about how much stuff costs and like clearly
obsessed with money.
Strange, neurotic man. And so he and Julie, while they're talking about like the divorce, because Ashley had come by and told them what happened before Carrie got there.
Yeah, because he ran and she had a car.
He literally ran. So they reveal that they're in an open relationship. Like he can do whatever he wants and she doesn't need to know unless she wants to know, and then she can ask about it.
Right.
And when she's telling them and they're talking about it, like they're both like, yeah, this was both of our idea, but it's clear that it wasn't.
Right.
Like it's clear that she is not comfortable with it. She's like touching her face and like, you know, like she's not cool with the
I will say it's almost never.
dynamic.
It's like almost never both of their ideas. Like
yes.
It's like genuinely, if you don't go into a relationship being like, this is like the relationship I desire, like going eyes open, both partners being like, yes, this is what we want. Yeah. It's highly likely that it's one partner driving all of that conversation.
And this is like not the like real, you know, healthy kind of like open relationship polyamory type thing that we're talking about.
It's just condone cheating. Yeah. This is just like, if you cheat, that's like, fine. Just let me know.
Not super thought out or like ethical or whatever. So they talk about that and it gets kind of like flirty, you know, of like, so Julie could sleep with anyone and you'd be fine with it, like even someone you know or whatever. And he's like, yeah, of course, it's all good.
Yeah.
So then Paul fucks off to the city. He's like, always going to the city for work.
I gotta work. He
has to work. And a neighbor comes by to yell at the kid, Russ, for stealing and sinking a jet ski. Which, again, we're supposed to be, like, rooting for this family. This fucking Dennis the Menace kid. And I know, like, one of my favorite shows is You're the Worst, where those people kind of suck. But the thing is, like, you can still emotionally connect to them.
They suck in a relatable way.
Yeah.
They suck in a way that's, like, you get peaks of their humanity on You're the Worst. Like, you get the peaks of, like, oh, that's okay. I get you now, you know, but not here.
Not here. It's like, yeah, you want to know that there's a reason behind. That's the thing is, like, when people are really unpleasant, there's usually a reason for it. Like, you know, when you think, like, when you're at your most unpleasant, you're probably super tired and hungry and, like, stressed and, you know, like, but we don't see any really of that. These people are just like, oh, they just kind of suck.
They just suck.
Okay, so Paul fucks off to the city. Guy comes by, yells at the kid. Carrie defends the kid, and Julie helps. And together they, like, knock this guy out.
Yeah. Like, Carrie's losing. Let's all be very clear. Carrie's losing the fight against this dude. And Julie just kind of walks up while they're wrestling on the ground and, like, smashes a plate over his head and he passes out. He's, like, knocked out.
A thing that they do set up is, like, these people are very, like, loyal to each other. So regardless of the fact that the kid obviously did steal and sink this jet ski, they're like, no, he didn't. He's been here napping all afternoon. You know, like, they'll lie out their ass, like, to protect this little shithead.
Yeah.
Which I guess is endearing, but, like, only if I guess we liked them more.
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously this random dude came on way too strong, right? You don't just even regardless, yes, the kid like sunk your jet ski, but like he's a kid, okay? Like immediately, I want to talk to your parents. He did this. I have proof. What are we going to do about it? You know, not just fucking come in guns ablazing, yelling at some kid, because you're automatically going to put the parents like on defense and be like, well, no, he didn't. He didn't do that. You know, like, what do you think you're going to get out of that? If you want a replacement jet ski, you got to,
you know,
act a different way.
There are other ways to get what you want other than yelling and screaming.
Yeah. Stop yelling and screaming.
Just manipulate people subtly.
Yeah. It's called you get more flies with honey than with vinegar. And vinegar is yelling.
It's like not true. I've only used vinegar to catch flies. Like I've never used honey to catch flies, but I've used apple cider vinegar.
Flies. Yeah. Maybe it's like a fruit fly thing.
A different kind of fly.
Yeah. You only catch fruit flies with, you catch more fruit flies with honey.
You catch more of a specific kind of fly with a specific kind of honey than you do with most kinds of vinegar. Yeah.
And most kinds of honey. Yeah, it's fine. Right. It still works.
Totally fine. So anyway, that like night or whatever, Carrie and Julie, they bond because Julie is like, look, when Paul's in the city, quote unquote, working, he's actually fucking somebody. Yeah. That's like what she believes. And Carrie, you know, opens up about his relationship with Ashley and being sad about that or whatever. This leads to them hugging and then kissing and then
having sex.
They have sex.
It's like you literally just found out they were in an open relationship and you've already boned the wife. Like what?
Bam.
Talk about that loyalty again, Shelby. Where's that?
I mean, it does not, not in that way.
You mean the way that counts? I don't know.
Well, but also, you know, Carrie is like, but you said it was fine.
Right.
Paul gets home and Carrie immediately confesses, which is, I feel, not his place, but okay. He, like, you know, without consulting Julie or whatever, he tells Paul. They immediately fight. It's a super long fight scene.
It's a very long sequence.
They're doing like pro wrestling moves, which I know because I've been watching a lot of pro wrestling and I recognized it.
Yeah. You're like, that's the old helicopter pilot slam.
I also read that they did a lot or all of their own stunts.
That's fun. Guys. I love fake glass. I love when they break glass things in movies. I think it's very fun. Of this entire sequence, the sequence was too long in my opinion, but I did really like the part where like, I think Paul grabs a knife from the butcher's block and then Carrie also grabs a knife and then they like have their knives out looking at each other and at the same time they go, no knives. No knives. They throw them back like...
They want to beat the shit out of each other, but they don't really want to kill each other.
Yeah.
Because in real life,
admirable.
Like, fights don't last that long. People get tired too quickly.
I've never been in a fight, Shelby. I wouldn't know how long. Like, to me,
I mean, I've never been in like an adult fight. No.
A fight lasts like 2 seconds after a slap. Maybe there's a slap one, a slap two, and then we're done. That's a fight.
Usually someone wins pretty quick from...
Yeah, but not here. Not here. They really drag it out. Yeah.
And so they break a fish tank. They take a break in the fight scene to like put the fish in the tub to save the fish, which is nice.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Except the one that like stings Paul. Yeah, he's like, fuck that one.
Yeah, that was funny, but it's like, what fish stings?
Baby jellyfish.
Those weren't stinging fish that they showed us earlier.
It's fine. It's baby jelly.
There's some stuff in here that I'm like, I cannot suspend disbelief for your comedy.
You're like, what fish could possibly do that? You're lying.
Yeah. And we'll get to an even more egregious example soon. Okay, so Julie gets home and is like, you know, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Everyone apologizes. Especially Paul, because he wants to show how good he is with everything. Right. Like, I'm so good with all of this. And Carrie and Julie promise not to have sex again.
Yeah.
Easy. Simple.
So simple. They're definitely going to keep that promise.
Right. Julie and Paul argue because, like, they're supposed to go to an amusement park and he's going back to the city or whatever. So she's like, whatever, we're all going anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where I get mad because, okay, first of all, while they're at the amusement park, like, Julie picks up a guy.
Yeah.
And his son.
It's so funny, too, because that's the guy from The Handmaid's Tale. He plays Luke, the husband, to June in that show. And I was like, oh, my God, it's him. And he has this actual British accent because he's British in real life, not American.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, is he going to be a bigger character? Because I think, you know how, like, when you see an actor that has more of, like, a face recognition, you're like, oh, he must be a character that we see again.
Yeah.
He's not. But, yeah. I was like, oh, let me remember this guy. And then it was over very quickly.
So this guy comes in, clearly, you know, trying to get something going with Julie. She's like cool with it because she now like pushes Carrie to like, okay, so she's sitting now with this guy, her son and his son, and Carrie is like pushed to other rows, because usually at amusement parks you have 4 people in a row, like on a roller coaster. Then they make Carrie ride a roller coaster with a handful of fish in bags.
Yeah, bagged goldfish.
And he's like, what do I do with these? And they just they wouldn't let you on with that.
No.
I'm sorry. You would have to go put them down.
Yeah.
There's little places to go put them down.
There's like little cubbies, and so a lot of rides will make you like buy a cubby to put all of your shit in.
Some will make you buy a cubby, but most places you don't need to buy it. You could just be like, no, I'm leaving my shit over here.
But what if the fish die, you know?
Well, you think they're safe now after they flew out of his hands on the roller coaster?
Yeah, you can tell whoever wrote that was like, it'll be funny. We're just going to put it in.
Yes, exactly.
It
They're
makes
like,
no
this is going to be
sense.
so funny.
It's not really that funny.
Which is like, how much did that cost? It wasn't funny. And it wasn't even something that could actually happen.
Do you know what's so stupid? But during the scene at the amusement park when they're riding the roller coaster, my first thought was, this is why I couldn't be an actor. Because what do you mean you're going to put me on a roller coaster? I'm not riding a roller coaster. Are you joking me?
Well, you have to act like someone who is.
No. How about I decline the role? I'm not doing it. I would make them like rework the script. I'll be like, no, I'm the mom that like stays at the bottom and like cheers everybody on when they get off the roller coaster. I would make it a part of my character. And be like, no, she doesn't really like them. My character's
background, she doesn't ride roller coasters.
She's actually deathly afraid of roller coasters, and so you should not put her on that one.
Yeah. So rest in peace to all of those fish who died for that.
R.I.P.
scene. I don't think any fish actually died for that scene, I would hope.
Well, in the world of this movie, they all died.
In the world of the movie, they did. And the movie, heartless, doesn't give a shit.
They don't care. They don't care about fish.
So after this, like, Carrie gets kind of aggressive toward this guy who's there, and Julie kind of, you know, without really saying fuck off, tells him to fuck off. Like, is like, Carrie, go away.
As she should. It's her right.
Right.
To say fuck off. You're not my boyfriend.
Yes. He is acting weird. It was pretty rude of her to like be like, hey, can you come with my son and me to this amusement park, and then to like completely ditch him, you know, like rude.
Oh well.
But none of these people are likable. Like none of these characters are likable. So they do rude stuff to each other constantly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Carrie goes home from the amusement park. He's pissed now because obviously Julie told him to fuck off. And Ashley is there hooking up with some guy. And it's actually the guy from Sideline 2, the QB. Whoa. Do you remember? He was like I know that's the actor from Julie and the Phantoms. That's why I know. I can't remember his name right now. But I was like, oh, it's that guy again. And low key, he's like legit my favorite character. You know I love a dumb boy. You know I love it when they're stupid.
Yeah.
And so it's just like this young dude that Ashley is like hooking up with, and they like have sex, and she's like, oh, do you want tea or whatever? And she goes down, and Carrie's just there eating a sandwich. Mm-hmm. And like, he's just like, no, it's okay. We don't have to get divorced. Like, everything's chill. Like, Paul and Julie have an open relationship. We can have an open relationship. And then he like low key just like becomes friendly with the guy that's there having sex with his wife.
He proceeds to like, she agrees to this. She's like, okay, I guess you're not gonna, okay, whatever. And sees like kind of like a parade of guys, you know, and then a lady at the end. And as she does, Carrie befriends them and like integrates them into his life so that these guys never leave.
Right.
I feel like this is supposed to be a metaphor for, like, because there's some of that they keep talking about, like, cheating, and you know, Julie quips that her dad said it washes off in the shower, you know, and is like, and Carrie's trying to be like, no, everyone you touch like stays around, like they're a part of you forever. And this is like their
LOL.
It's such like a weird, not really non-monogamous way of looking at sexual relationships for like a movie about open relationships. Is like, I don't really understand.
It's definitely written by someone who doesn't have
call them
like
up, get on the pod.
I mean, hey, Michael something. He has 3 names.
Michael something.
Michael Angelo Covino. He had 3 names. I knew he had 3 names. Oh wait, holy fuck! It's the guy who plays Paul.
Okay, that makes sense.
He wrote and directed. Did it?
That makes a lot of sense.
Oh, okay. Okay, the
sense.
pieces are falling into place. I understand it.
It did have the feeling of like an indulgent project, like a self-indulgent project. So where he's like,
I just want to do this fight scene, this like 80-minute fight scene, and let's put it in a movie. Yeah,
exactly. So it being a writer, director, star makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So,
and he made Dakota Johnson his wife. Classic.
Classic. Okay, so Carrie befriends all of these guys. They stick around, and the woman. And then Paul shows up. He needs a place to stay also because Julie kicks him out. And when he comes in, he like reveals to Ashley that Carrie and Julie slept together, which she hadn't known before. And Carrie's like, okay, I gotta figure out what's going on. And at school pickup, he talks to Julie, gets her side of things. Turns out Paul like opened credit cards in their kid's name and like crashed like in like the real estate market or something, like bought too much property and had to close his business, and like all of their money, their house, everything's getting taken away.
Yes. Bunch of financial crimes.
Yes, financial crimes. Yes.
Financial crimes that he did not let his wife know about. I mean, I would have kicked him out too.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
Cheating aside, you lied to me.
Dude, don't fuck with our money. That's
literally.
You cannot. Like, I will survive someone cheating on me.
Right.
Like, I need to be able
financial
to pay
ruin?
rent.
No.
Right.
Yeah. Absolutely not.
And so after that conversation, Carrie tells Julie that he still thinks about her. And she reveals that he was the only one she ever like slept with outside of their marriage to take advantage of it. And that ends with them kind of getting together.
Yeah, they start kissing.
They start kissing,
and then Carrie's just there all the time. It's
he's
like
there.
a cookie cutter white picket fence family type, except Paul, you know, fucks off and
he's like still at Ashley's.
Yeah.
So Julie's car gets seized. You know, things are not going well. She has to take the tow truck to the school because Russ is in trouble. We find out that he pantsed a kid and the kid fell and broke his arm.
Classic.
Carrie kind of coaxes out of Russ that he pants the kid because that kid pantsed him first. And it was kind of a getting him back thing.
Yeah. I never understood the appeal of pantsing.
No.
I don't get it. I still don't get it. I know not even just children, but like there are grown adults that still pants each other. And I'm like, what? I don't, what's funny? I don't get it. Anyway.
I don't know. When I was a teacher, they,
did it all the
time? Schools I was in, no, they declared it like a crime. Like the kids could get expelled for it.
Good.
So
it should be a crime. Criminalize it.
Yeah. Criminalize pantsing.
Yeah. That's my platform.
But this was written by someone who maybe had not been in the school system in some time.
No.
And did not know that pantsing is like
a crime.
It's a crime. Anyway, so the kid's getting expelled. And Carrie tries to like take the blame and be like, it was my idea. I told him to get this kid back. And so he gets fired.
Yeah, I don't know why he thought that would make things better.
It's that weird loyalty thing again.
Yeah.
Like, it is a consistent character trait, but it doesn't make sense.
I mean, I would have flipped it and just been like, well, that kid bullied my kid first, and then made a whole stink about it. Maybe threaten a lawyer, maybe, and just be like, you can't expel my kid. He was assaulted first, and
Dude,
you didn't do anything about that kid.
Be in that school.
He did it.
Let him get out of there anyway.
That's fair.
You think we're toward the end of the movie. There's a point where I thought this movie was over, and then there was another act, and I was like, that's weird.
Yeah.
Not the right number of acts for a film.
No, not at all. Too many acts, one might say.
Too many acts, yes. And really unsatisfying at the end. But, okay, so Paul and Julie fight. It's pretty final. And then, Julie and Carrie are together. Whatever.
Yeah. Paul goes to jail at some point.
Paul goes to prison.
For his financial crimes. Carrie
goes to visit him in prison. And Paul is like, look, bestie, I need a place to stay.
Hey, bestie.
When I get out. And they're all like, no, absolutely not. But obviously he stays with them. And what is happening is like everyone, Carrie, Julie, Russ, now Paul, they're living in Paul and Julie's house, which they can't keep. There are service processors coming to serve them papers, like to take stuff away constantly, and they're like dodging them. Yeah. Classic. So then let's see. Yeah, everyone's living together. Paul's there.
Yeah. Paul lives like in a tent in the backyard. Obviously, Carrie and Julie are living in the master suite as boyfriend and girlfriend or whatever. And then obviously little baby Russ has his own room. And Ashley is in her apartment. Yeah.
So they have a little conversation, Carrie and Julie, that makes it clear that Carrie wants a baby. And Julie absolutely does not.
Yeah.
And Carrie is like, oh, yeah, me neither. We're on the same page. So he's, at this point in the movie, has not learned anything.
Nope.
And this is where I was like, I thought we were almost done.
Don't worry. He also doesn't learn anything at the end, too.
You're right. So Paul, he finally signs the divorce papers that Julie wanted him to sign, saying that he was like reading a book about co-parenting and like wants everyone to be happy, especially Russ, because that's who's most important.
Yes.
Wow, he's grown. Or has he?
It's all manipulation. So he even like, they're planning Russ's like birthday party. And when Paul kind of realizes that like Julie's not really budging on being with Carrie instead of being with him, he's like, oh yeah, no, totally. Like, is it cool if I bring my girlfriend to the birthday party? Classic move to make your ex jealous. And Julie's like, oh yeah, totally. That's fine. And so then we see that Paul and Ashley are trying to sleep together so that they can pull off this like lie. Because at some point that we don't see, Ashley decides that she actually wants to be with Carrie again. She's like, yeah, it was a mistake to leave him. And so they both, essentially Paul and Ashley have the same goal in mind. And it's to break up Carrie and Julie so that they can get their respective husband/wives back. And so they try to sleep together, but like Ashley's not really into it. And then Paul is like putting all his clothes back on, and then she's like, okay, no, yeah, let's have sex. And he's like, no, I don't want to anymore. It's like a back and forth, like seesaw situation.
It is another scene that it's like, oh, you thought
way too
this
long.
was funny.
Way too long. Way too fucking long.
But I maybe overstayed its welcome a little bit.
It overstayed its welcome. I think it could have been fine. Like, yeah, if it had just been like a quick 1-2 of like, it's clear these two people are not romantically interested in each other and they're only doing this to get back at their exit, or to get back with their exes rather. So it would have been just like a one, oh, I don't really want to do this. He starts putting his clothes on and she's like, oh, okay, maybe we'll do it. And then he kind of hesitates and then doesn't get to have sex with her. So it's just like, okay, that's it. That's all we needed. We don't need more than that.
Yeah. It's a yeah, it goes on a bit, but yeah, they're like, no, we have to figure out some other way. Cut to the birthday party.
Cut to
Paul shows up with a woman who has like the same hair and the exact same dress that Julie is wearing.
It's a mini Julie.
Ashley also is there because they booked her boyfriend, her current boyfriend, who's a mentalist.
Classic.
Booked him to entertain the kids. The kids are not enjoying it.
Kids love a mentalist.
Right. Kids
I don't know.
love
I don't know about you, but my kids love a mentalist. I do think one year I want to rent. I want to hire a magician. Not a mentalist. I want to rent a magician.
I want to go to the Magic Castle.
Oh, I would love to go to the Magic Castle.
Yeah.
We've tried a couple different times, like tried to make plans to go to the Magic Castle because there's the hotel that's across the street. It's like specific to the Magic Castle. It's like their hotel. And apparently if you get a room, if you stay a night there, you get passes to go to the Magic Castle, which is a lot easier than like knowing someone. You need to
finding
like know
a
magician.
magician. Right.
Couldn't be me.
How do you know a magician? You just call their name. Yeah.
You just like get a top hat and you put your hand, you reach your hand inside
in
and
deep enough.
And you pull out a magician.
Yeah.
That's how you know you've been chosen.
They live in there.
So yes, Ashley's mentalist boyfriend, the actor from Succession.
He is,
him.
He is the
Nicholas
cousin.
Braun, is that his name?
Yeah, that is his name. Wow.
Cousin, not Gary. What is his name on that show?
I don't remember. Okay.
Greg.
So, Cousin Greg.
It's Greg.
Ashley gets Carrie alone and tries to seduce him, like sings him the fray, which was important for their relationship.
Which is also important in the relationship from Reminders of Him, which we just
talked about. Oh my God. Is that a freaking pigeon?
Is that a freaking pigeon? Genuinely, like, it's funny sometimes that I don't get more mixed up in my head about all of the stuff that we watch because, like, we've been doing 50 Shades on the watch parties. So, like, Dakota Johnson, she's fresh in the brain. Then you've got fucking Yellow.
Yeah.
For Reminders of Him in this movie. I'm like, it's a wonder I'm not more confused, essentially, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, you know, it's all a wonder.
It is.
This life we live. Okay. So she's singing to him, she's seducing him, and basically he's like, we can be friends. But then she's like, okay, what can friends do? You know, like kind of flirty. Cut to Paul gets Julie alone and tells her what the most ridiculous revelation of the movie, which is that he never slept with anyone else during the relationship. He asked for the open relationship preemptively so that she wouldn't leave him because he thought she was out of his league.
Help.
First of all, what?
Second of all, third of all, fuck.
But fourth, after that, that's so wild. Like, the whole reason this whole kicked off in the first place, the whole reason she was upset was because she thought he was neglecting their family and their life for the open relationships and like fucking other people. And she was like, I can't get behind someone or be with someone who's making that decision. It turns out he wasn't ever making that decision. He was making the decision to like hide the fact that
he's committing financial
crimes.
Yeah, you know what? Genuinely, if I was Julie, after it came to light that he was committing financial crimes, I would have been like,
please leave our lives.
Well, no. Well, yes. Yes, that. But also, like, I think it would have made me reevaluate, like, so when he was going into the city, was he fucking someone else or was he just hiding financial crimes?
Working. Yeah, or was he working his criminal acts?
Right, because genuinely, let's think about this. You don't have time to do both. You have time to commit financial crimes or you have time to cheat on your wife. You do not have time to do both.
Yeah.
So I just, like, I would have been like, wait a second.
Like, what happened?
I still would have divorced him, but like...
He's totally the kind of guy who would rather have you think he's fucking someone than making really bad financial decisions. So... Yeah. Anyway, all of that to say, Julie hears this confession... and finds it romantic.
I fucking hate this part so much. Like, what the fuck? Genuinely. They start having sex in this little, what is actually Carrie's room.
It's Carrie's room.
It's like Carrie's little special man cave.
The Carrie closet.
Yeah. And they start having sex. And I'm like, for what? Like, he still put you guys in financial ruin. He got Russ another dog, even though they already have a dog. So, like, let's add more financial responsibility onto Julie's shoulders, because it's not like Paul has any goddamn money. It's like, what about that? To me, that's just pathetic. I would have been like, well, you're disgusting. Get out of here.
And I'm like, what poor person in this writer's life is like hearing him be like, no, I would do anything for you, and that means you should be with me. Like, no. Because this character comes in and is like, she's like, will you stop? Like, will you stop doing this? And he's like, no, I'll never stop. I will never stop. I will always want to be with you. I will always be fucking up you trying to get with anyone else because I want to be with you.
And then that's when I would poison him so that he dies and leaves me alone. That's when I commit a different kind of crime, not a financial crime, just a murder crime.
I don't find that romantic.
No.
Like, I don't think that just like the strength of your feelings means anything.
No,
like,
you need
if you're
consent
doing
from the other person.
Fucked up shit, yeah. And it's like, love is an action. He's not doing loving things to her. He's not treating her in a loving way. So I don't believe he loves her.
He doesn't.
Weirdly obsessed with her. Mm-hmm. Sure.
Yes.
But anyway, she is not a real person. So she loves it. She loves is into it. Yeah. They're having sex. Carrie is looking for her, runs into the fake Julie and is like, what the fuck is going on? What kind of David Lynch like thing going on is this? Then he goes, he picks up the dog got out, right? And he picks up the dog and holds it like a baby. And someone in the background is like, why is he holding the dog like that? Because it's a baby. What the fuck?
That's also like very much how you hold a doodle.
Right.
Doodles are genuinely human beings in like a fursuit. Like I don't love a doodle. They kind of freak me out. I'm not going to lie. But they genuinely like sit like little humans and like you can hold them like a baby and they love it.
Yeah.
You know?
One of the reasons we get pets is to hold them like a baby.
Yeah, because they are a baby.
They're babies.
Hello.
So anyway, he takes the dog to the Carrie closet, walks in on Julie and Paul having sex, immediately walks out, is like, what the fuck? Julie and Paul, I guess, finish up. They come out, and now everyone is out there. All the adults are like in the kitchen, and they're all now arguing because Carrie reveals he and Ashley did hook up just then in the upstairs.
Yes.
So they're arguing, all of the people are arguing. Carrie, Ashley, Paul, Julie, everyone.
Ashley's trying to read another fucking letter to Carrie because that worked so well the first time that let's try it again.
The mentalist is trying to tell Ashley that he got his vasectomy reversed for her. And anyway, everyone's all arguing. While they're all arguing, a fire breaks out.
Yeah.
And so they go, Paul like goes and puts it out and catches on fire a little bit.
Puts it out on himself. Yeah.
There's like a fake out cut to the hospital. It's like, oh my God, is Paul okay? He's fine. This wasn't for him. It's for Ashley who's having a baby.
Yeah, so it's like a time jump that no one tells us about.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be like a fake out. Like, oh, you think Paul's hurt? But then Paul walks in,
Yeah, I didn't like it. So yes, now Ashley has a baby. And
the mentalist, right?
It's the mentalist, classic, yeah. But he reversed his vasectomy and didn't tell her, and they probably had sex, and she got pregnant, which is also
gross, disgusting. Hate that.
Yeah.
And Carrie is raising this. This is like his kid, basically. Like he's raising his kid.
He's a dad in his mind. And Paul and Julie are back together, ?
Well, they say like, okay, so it cuts to them. They're all back at like the little lake house that Paul and Julie used to own, but now it's an Airbnb that they're renting.
Yeah. To me, that's hysterical. That's hilarious that they're like, oh yeah. And then it's like, oh, this is a Airbnb. Like how you have fallen used to own this. This used to be your home and you're a piece of shit and lost it.
And Paul says something like, she let me have sex with her again or whatever. Like the second time this year or something like that. So they're not really together. And Julie says something like, oh, he likes to chase me. It's just like, you know, our thing.
Weird.
It is weird, but they're all best friends. Julie is like painting Ashley's nails or something. Like they all take care of the baby. And then the kid, Russ, is even there. And he's talking about how everyone's best friends. And then he and another kid go steal like a jet boat.
Yeah, classic.
And the whole 4 adults are like defending the kid for stealing the jet boat.
Yeah.
The end.
The end.
The end.
Thank God. Get me out of here.
Yeah. So ultimately, as you can see,
they learned
not
nothing.
a lot of chances to root for a character. Really,
Yeah.
there weren't any scenes where I'm like, yeah. Which,
yeah.
even when you're trying to deal with like, oh, it's funny because the characters are not like that. You know, it's you know, makes it fun. It's like, you gotta be a specific kind of unlikable to carry an audience like that. Because people think of like the show, like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. All those characters they suck. They're not likable at all. But like people love that show.
Yeah.
Because there's something there that works. And it didn't it didn't land here.
Yeah.
It was a risky move that didn't pay off.
It didn't work at all. Because it's like, at the end of the day, too, like, if your characters are going to be making bad decisions, then, again, you need to balance that out with something. And it needs to be that they're really funny or that they, like, are really caring or something like that. There needs to be, like, a positive attribute to kind of make you, as the audience, be like, that was a shitty thing to do. Oh, but he's so like sweet to her and like feels, you know, like he X, Y, and Z insert behavior that you approve of. And it's like there is none of that balance. It's just like, how can I make these characters as unlikable as possible over the course of an hour and 48 minutes or however long this movie is?
Even for the character who's supposed to be the nice one, like Carrie is supposed to be nice, kind, and like a good guy. He's supposed to be good with kids and like a good teacher and stuff.
Yeah.
But we don't really see him doing that.
Because
we
nice
only see him
isn't a
fucking
real
up.
character trait. I fucking hate nice guys. Nice is so fucking stupid. And I do think Carrie is the epitome of a nice guy. So I agree with you on that. But like, to me, nice is always so transactional. Like, it's not something... He's not kind. He's not a kind person. He's just nice to get what he wants. He's nice to all of Ashley's ex-boyfriends or ex-partners so that he can rub it in her face that he's keeping them around. You know, he's nice to Paul because he thinks he won Julie and got to take over Paul's family or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's not... It's not an actually good trait. Like, I hope people stop trying to, like, aspiring to be nice people. Like, be a good person. Be a kind person. Be a thoughtful person. Anything else.
And that's the thing, is like people will confuse like nice and polite and or like, you know, because truly, if you're going to be kind, you have to be occasionally firm and tell people things they don't want to hear and hear things you don't want to hear.
To be kind, you have to literally put someone else's wants and needs and desires above your own. Like, you have to literally just like take in the information that you're given and being like, okay, how can I do the least amount of damage possible?
Well, I would disagree with that because I think, I mean, not necessarily, but I think that that's what Carrie tried to do when he was like lying about not wanting a kid and them being on the same page. He's like, oh, it would be kind to tell her that we're on the same page and just to not tell her what I want. But like, he's fucking wrong, you know?
No, I don't think it applies to that situation. I mean, just in general, like if you're being a kind person, you have to not only be thinking about yourself. I'm not saying you need to put everybody's needs in front of yours, but you need to also consider what their needs are as well.
Yeah, Paul was never going to be kind.
Right. The kind thing for Carrie to do is he wants a baby. Julie doesn't want a baby. Take both of those things and weigh them. Can I really live without having a child? Is that a life that I actually want for myself? And if the answer is no, then the kind thing to do is to break off the relationship because it's not headed in a direction that you want.
And why would you want to set yourself up for a situation where you're going to resent your partner forever.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want the same thing as you.
Right. Exactly. So yeah, I think niceness is a very selfish thing. It's very much about how you appear to other people, how you can get them to do what you want them to do, because you're kind of putting on these airs of niceness. Whereas like kindness is really just like removing yourself from situations that you don't need to be in. Like, I'm just gonna, nothing against you. I don't hate you. There's no bad feelings, but like, I just don't think this is gonna work. And remove. Just get the fuck out is what. Yeah. That's my advice to Carrie. Just get the fuck out.
You have to sacrifice something.
Yeah.
There's a cost. There's a cost to kindness. Yes. Okay. Well, that was that movie. Do you think there's an age at which you would like this movie, or like what age would you most like it?
No. Dead.
I don't know. I mean, the thing is that the movie in general is just not in line with my sensibilities.
Yeah.
And I've never really ventured to a place where it would be. So maybe I like haven't reached that age, or I probably won't get there. You know, if it was going to hit, it probably would have been like 10 years ago.
I was about to say, this also does, I know we've talked in the past about movies that feel like they were written a while before they were actually made. And this like humor / like even the fact that like the open relationshipness of it all feels very much like how we were talking about open relationships like 10 years ago. Yeah. You know, like, oh, it's this new weird thing that nobody understands. And it's like now there's more conversations about like, you know, what is it? Consensual non-monogamy or whatever the fuck. Like there's different words.
Yeah. Ethical non-monogamy.
Ethical. That's the word. The C is for something else. That's a different, that's a sex thing. So yeah, I think it definitely feels like this would have fucking slapped as a Jason Segel movie 10 years ago. People would have fucking loved it. And it just doesn't work for me now.
Oh, well.
Oh, well. C'est la vie, as they say.
C'est la vie.
Yeah.
Well, let's give a little shout out, shall we? To our $10 patrons. We know you're out there. Shout out to darlinghomebuddy.com, Nicole J. We love ya. And shout out to Catherine W. We love ya. We love ya. And make sure you come back next week. And until then, remember to keep falling in love with yourselves. Bye. If you'd like to find the Rom Complex on social media, head on over to Instagram or TikTok at The Rom Complex. You can also find us on our website, theromcomplex.com, where you can have access to all of our latest episodes and links to our social media pages, as well as Patreon. That's right. Our Patreon is at patreon.com/theromcomplex. Head over there and you can sign up for any tier and gain access to mini episodes, tarot readings, watch-alongs, and more. And of course, if you're a $10 patron, we will shout you out on every episode. Thanks for listening.